PM.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go. So it's 9. Got that wrong. I've been practicing 10 p.m. Spanish time now. And I've got Yabis in, I've got Howard, Andrew, Bengal Burke, Chris, French Connection, Tommy, Clive, Jim, and no doubt a few others. 22 in the house, top people. Don't forget, could be 22 likes, can it? Because it's 10 p.m. here in Spanish time. Now, I think the last time I looked at the temperature, it was about 28. So it's been another hot day. And I'm just looking around for my piece of paper that I've done this morning, because it was 33 in the shade. So obviously in some places, probably up in the 40s. I haven't been in the pool yet, but I am working on that. I think it's about time. Sean, get in that pool, because it's in the 30s now. It's like getting in the bath. So I must make an effort this week, get in that pool. I've got some questions. Hopefully we'll get through that as well. Frank's in now, Steppenwolf, Glenn. Right, so should we get on with it? I thought what I'll do first, guys. Obviously, I'll do the Yogi's lucky hat, as he couldn't be bothered to come on this morning. He was in the gymnasium keeping himself fit. But we got 36 of you tonight, so one of you is going to get the free sticker Sunday. But that's about past. But I thought I'll start off with the questions, but I thought by saying that, I thought I'd start off for the people that live on Camposol who are watching maybe, and for people thinking about moving to Camposol, it might be of interest to you. So, I don't know if you looked at the news lately. Camposol, well, here in this part of Spain's been on the news. We had a few fires, mainly to do with the garden waste. That the council haven't bothered to clear for a couple of years now. They keep coming up with stories. Oh, we'll do something next week. We'll do something tomorrow. Nothing's been happening. And these green waste areas, and all we're talking about is obviously like plants and, I wouldn't say grass because there's not much grass here to be cut, but obviously garden stuff. And we've got areas around Camposol where we can dump them. And for some reason, they keep fobbing us off. And I think what it is mainly is the EU going back quite a few years, and no doubt the council was told all about this, and they just sat on it. They got to make it into compost now. They can't just dump it in a hole or burn it. So the contractor that does all this, he's got too much work. But the council could have got sort something out when we're going back years. Anyway, they haven't bothered. So I think a couple of weeks ago, a bin caught on fire. Now that could have been just an accident because it happens. Some people like have a barbecue and they, those barbecue things that you throw away. Anyway, maybe that was accidental. And then I think last week. A fire started on the green waste area next to the golf course. It looked quite big, a lot of smoke, but thankfully the main thing, nobody was hurt. The fire brigade come out, they put it out. Now I went up there tonight, and what was interesting, I think we're talking maybe Wednesday or Tuesday, something like that. It's still quite burnt smell, and to me, it always reminds me on the heath. I don't think it's been put out properly myself, but I couldn't see anything smouldering, but it still had that smell. Whereas last night on D, up near the football pitch, all the garden waste there is virtually burnt off now. And it was a huge fire last night. The fire brigade yet again were called out. And I got a question about that later on tonight, which I'll talk about the fire brigade. yeah, most of it was all burnt, but no smell, which is interesting. Um, anyway, since then, I just looking on the net because obviously a lot of people were very worried because we got one on B, which is on the car park. It's getting bigger and bigger, and it's close to the houses. And believe it or not, it's actually close to the community centre where the Mazaron, no, the Camposol lady um, has an office twice a week there. So yeah, that could go up. I'm not saying it would. I hope it doesn't go up. And the one on A, which is massive, if that one up, that would be really serious. Anyway, I managed to get off this. So there's a group on campus, so the association that I can't pronounce because obviously it's a language I don't understand. I shouldn't say that, should I? Anyway, it's called the AVC on campus, so and they've been on numerous discussions with the town hall, and they've been complaining obviously about it, and they've been submitting documents and proof about photographs. We talked about aerial shots as well, and just cut all that jabble shorter. Is they, I think about a month ago, they had a big meeting, and one good thing about here is televised. I think it's called Mazaron TV, and you can watch it. And they actually put it into it's translated into English, so you know what's going on. Anyway, all the councillors agreed. Yep, we've got to sort it. We've all agreed we're going to deal with it. And then within a week, they come back to say, and this is what they're trying to say, is they come back in a week to say, unfortunately, we ain't got the funding. So why didn't they mention that actually on the vote? But anyway, they said they haven't got the money. And then there's been numerous stories about they're going to set up behind the hotel. There's a piece of land there that they're going to use that where the green waste is going to go. And they said what they're going to do. This is a story that I've heard is they're going to open it up first, so everybody will dump their green waste in there, and then they will clear off. So I've just got something come up on the screen. Then they will clean the other areas like A, B, C, and D. But anyway, since that last night, the guy had contacted our councillor, the Camposol councillor, and she got back to him to say they've just signed a deal with a private company to clean sectors B, D, and C, and they will start on Tuesday. Didn't say this Tuesday coming, just says on Tuesday. I'm hoping they mean this Tuesday. I hope they don't mean Tuesday of 2026, maybe. But anyway, so that's a bit ongoing. I was going to read out the whole lot, and I was thinking, no, you don't want to hear all that. So I'm going to have a quick look at the comments in a mo, because I've just seen one from Rob. Rob was telling me that Rob's in the US, and he's just been told to leave his house because there's a huge fire whereabouts he lives. I can't remember now. He's going to tell me later on, aren't you? No, he's been told to leave his house because of the huge fires there. So these fires, obviously, when they, any hot country, and I hear even in the UK, you guys in the UK, you've been having up in the 30s as well. So you're sort of competing with us Spanish people. So anyway, let's have a quick look for the comments. So Glenn is just telling me that Mandy's awake. Wow, Mandy. And it's late. Mind you, it's only 9 now, isn't it? It's not that late, is it? But I suppose it's Sunday. But Mandy, keep on in there. Maybe you make it to our past. You might even find that Glenn might even want a sticker if he put it. Did you go in for a sticker today, Glenn? I don't remember seeing Glenn Parker on my list. Right. So evening from Wimborne to Steppenwolf. Well done. I bet. How's Wimborne? Is it nice and sunny there? Arby's in the house. Well done. Lovely and warm, he says. Yes, I've been out. The reason why I've changed it from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. is because it's just so hot for Bonnie Dog. Because she's an old lady now. So I've been taking her out just about 9 o'clock in the evening where it's a little bit cooler. I don't want to take her out midnight. That's just too late for me. and for Bonnie, because Bonnie likes to go to bed before midnight. So that's why I've changed the timings, guys, and that'll be like that through the summer now. So we got Brian and Colin. Happy Magnet Sunday, says Brian, but we're not doing that today. Right, had evictions near here, 1,500 acre fire about a mile away. Right, so yeah, I know there's lots of places, especially this time of year, where we get these huge fires, and we got to thank the fire brigade for getting out there and risking their lives really to sort it out. Can't be good. Cheryl's in the house, well done, and Brian. Des is in the house as well. Right, supposed to be 99 today. Now, obviously, I take it that's Fahrenheit, isn't it? A lot of people use that one. I mean, to me, it's near like the 40s, so I suppose that's 99, isn't it? Warm enough for a dip in the pool, but I don't have one. Well, there you are, Rob. See, you don't have one. And I know I should make use of this pool now because it cost me enough to run it, ruddy thing. Right, Des, how's your finger, mate? Says Bengal Bert, because Des hurt his finger last week. We have a house on D32. Think these sites need. Yeah, I think where the farm was, I think it's D7. I think D32 is what I class as you drive into D. I might be wrong, Chris, but I'm sure last night it was on D7. I'm not very good at these because you got Sector D. I mean, I know that easily, and I don't know that there's so many different roads as well. But obviously, then they petition it off to lots of little pockets, don't they? Right, Yabes, we've had thick smoke in Torre Pacheco a few days ago. That's right, yeah. That's it, because I went out with my mate on Monday and we were to do a bit of droning, and I thought it was sea mist coming in, and that just shows you how far smoke can travel down the coast. And then it obviously, I mean, we're talking, I don't know, what, 40 miles maybe, but I know it was a big farm, wasn't it? But thankfully, from my ear, nobody was injured, were there? That's the main thing. Vegetation piles up. Yeah, South generates, Bartwood, yeah. I think personally, Rob, I mean, the police have put up a message already, said it was arson, and I think that was probably more likely what happened. Evening, Sean. Well done, Cav, you're in the house. Mark's in. Peter's in. Right. Steve's in. Martin again. Another Martin, I mean, Susan's in the house. Well done. It's 31 in the lounge. You know what? Sometimes it's warmer in the house, isn't it, than it is sat outside. Do you think the fires will affect insurance costs in the area? We have a place on the Condado. Hello from Sunderland, says Brian. No, I don't think so. We personally, I mean, I've been living there nearly 10 years now, and we do get fires. And what amazes me, we don't get a lot more fires, really. I'm always surprised with the Spooner, all the pine trees, which, just asking to have a fire, and that whole mountain can just go up like that. But it don't. I mean, I've seen the fire engine that goes around, and I have seen the what I call the fire inspectors driving about. Because obviously, it is obviously the worst time of year for fires, and when that wind picks up, that makes it worse. But I don't think yet we've got to worry about house insurances yet, Brian. But that could all change, obviously. But as far as I can see, there's not enough fires yet. And I would have thought, to be honest, on the Condado, I've noticed in your streets, you've got loads of those hose pipe connectors. Where here on Camposol, we haven't got many of those. I mean, obviously, I know they can just lift up one of the drain covers for that. But I know on the Condado, they got proper fire hydrants. That's the word I was thinking about. So I think you'll be all right, Brian. I think you'll be all right. Right, Rhys is in now. Currently watching you through our television. Hey, on the telly, eh? Is it a 75-inch telly, eh? Now that's a novelty. We'll see. It will save us huddling around the computer to watch every day. It's a school day. Very true. I'll tell you what. I quite when I'm finished doing my editing, because I spend a lot of time in this room, believe it or not. And next door we got a big telly there. Cup of tea, sat down, eating a Kit Kat, watching the telly. Very nice, I must say. Right, Jed's in the house. Some news that has been anti-immigration marches in Spain, not anti-tourist. Yep, that's right, Jed. I did see that. I did. I'm glad you brought it up because I did see a post. As always, with the gutter press, they misinterpret it and say, "Oh, it's anti-tourists," when actually it's about. There's a big demo going down at the moment. I think it's been going on for 3 nights now down at Torre Pacheco. And at first, it said it was worded against the foreigners, when actually it was against the immigrants. And they're on about the North Africans that come over. These are the guys that sell the plimsolls and that on the streets, and then bugger off. And they do cause a problem. And I know in this area they're not well liked anyway. Yeah, it's a shame. Obviously, people can't get on with people, but I know couple of years ago, I think in the port, a guy got shot because he was a North African guy. Anyway, I don't think it was causing any problem, but somebody took a grudge against them. And I think the whole thing about this at the moment is interesting. I saw another article about the Spanish youngsters here. There's not many jobs, and obviously these right wing like Fox and all the other ones are. It's pretty easy to stir up a bit of trouble, isn't it? Especially when kids are looking for jobs and that, and it's easy avenue to say, "Oh, it's the immigrants." But I know that the Torre Pacheco one, apparently an old pensioner guy like me got jumped on, and it started off obviously walking the streets as they always do when there's been a bit of a disturbance, break-ins and whatever. Vigilantes, isn't it? That's what it's called. And then it was obviously just got out of hand. But yeah, the press soon jump on that and turn it around and say it's against us lot when it's got nothing to do with us. And then, if anything, Vox here are being quite supportive on Camposol, especially trying to get rid of this green waste problem. So, yes. So Yabis is in. Murcia Village, Torre Pacheco, major news. Oh, the area. Yep, sorry. Race riots and beatings. I think it's I haven't seen what's going on tonight, but I know that they say there's a high presence of the Guardia. They don't mess about, the Guardia. And no doubt that they brought in the military police now, no doubt, if things are going on still. Can't sit outside, get attacked by insects. That's another thing, isn't it? Those mosquitoes. I found today when I was doing my 5 minute live this morning, the mozzies were out. Now, thankfully, with me, I do get bitten by them, and they do hurt, don't they? But I don't seem to get affected by them. But if you scratch them, that's the worst thing. I know it's difficult, but don't scratch, Susan. And we got all that stuff, the lemon stuff. There's supposed to they don't go near him. We got those plants as well, and that don't seem to work. Yeah, is a pain. And I always wonder why when I've looked at some properties, they've got like an outside area which got netting all around it. And I understand now that you can sit out there, go in your netted area, it's like going inside a cage. But it is good because you can sit in there without keep swatting your flies off you. Thankfully, at the moment, the flies here, I mean, where I am, I can't say the rest of Camposol, but where I am, we've been all right with the flies. I mean, you get the odd one, but now it's the mozzie time. all fun and stuff, isn't it? Right. Evening all, says Thomas. That's news from Torre. It's set to wind up the tourists. It always does, isn't it? It's easy news, isn't it? Des is in. Bengal Burt. Oh, he's on about his finger. It's okay. Media winds it up. Yeah. Don't you don't mess with the Guardia with their Napoleon hats. I don't think they still wear those, do they? I think that the Napoleon hats have gone now. I think they've got like crash helmets on now, haven't they? And I'll be honest, the police there have always amazed me. The police in the UK are quite sort of bit tubby, aren't they? Not sort of masculine. Here, they're like blooming lifeguards, aren't they? And they look quite, don't look at me, mate, have you? But I'll be honest, every time I've met a policeman when I've had a problem, like I'm going a little bit fast or I've got the dog in the front seat, they've always been very polite to me. Even if we can't communicate, you soon get the hint that, okay, Gov, I've done wrong, I'll move on. But they've always been ever so polite at the moment. Howard, right, we are having lots of protests in Ireland. Our crap nation TV haven't reported on them. Dublin is now dangerous. A few weeks ago, I had my wallet nabbed. Yeah, I'll be honest. You don't hear much about Ireland, do you? Now, obviously in Northern Ireland, I didn't realise before the Orange Marches, because I can remember that, because I was in the army, I can remember going to Ireland. I remember the Orange Marches, I should say, but I can't remember. They seem to do these big, massive bonfires now with pallets, and I thought it was a wind up at first, but apparently it wasn't. And right at the top of this tower, they had a boat with some boat people in it, and they set it alight, which I thought was a bit drastic, but I'm sure that was real. But because I've seen other towns, they do these massive towers with pallets. And to be honest, they're always well organised, these marches. But I know in Ireland itself, obviously you get the odd bit of news about it, don't you? But you don't hear a lot about it. To be honest, you don't hear a lot about it in the UK, really, do you? Other than obviously they keep coming in across the channel, but you don't see about the towns suffering, especially along the coast. Yeah, and that's what annoys me with the media. There's loads of news out there that which people would take note of, but they always try to hide it, don't they? That is a pain. Pain. I can't say anything else. Right. I read smoking is meant to get rid of mozzies and flies. I ain't heard that one. I used to smoke. I gave it up years ago, and I'll be honest, I don't want to start smoking again. But that could sound about right. I suppose it all depends on what you're smoking as well, doesn't it? Yes, not many flies, or a few. Yeah, there's a few waspies about at the moment, I must say. Right. Solar crown and right, okay. Yeah, there's some hints there from Rob about how to deal with mozzie bites. And Peter's well, I caught up now with Peter. Here in Somerset today, we had a huge amount of ladybirds, even calls the cricket to be cancelled. Ladybirds. I believe this ladybird event is called Loveliness. God. Right. Okay, so what time is it? Oh, God, you know what? The time is gone on a bit. Howard's come up with another one for mozzies. Lemon tea lights keep mozzies away. Do they really, Howard? I mean, I can remember my wife and those big round ones, those coil things. I think unless you've got them all round you, they probably won't bother you. Anyway, I talked about the Camposol thing. That wasn't really a question. That was more like a news update here on Camposol. So anyway, going back to last week, really, because I didn't get through all the questions last week. So this one's from Yogi, and I ain't even seen him yet. Now, last weekend he was watching a film with his son, and this morning he was at the gymnasium. I don't know, Yogi. Anyway, here's a good question, and obviously this could affect a lot of people, I must say. So we are here. This is from Yogi. This is the question. We are hearing that the proposed 100% housing tax on foreign buyers has moved to a draft bill. What have you heard on local news outlets in Spain? Is this really a thing? Okay, so yep, you're quite right. It's a draft now. It's not just little chit chat they've been jabbering about. They've actually made it a draft. It's gone up to the main government now. It probably won't get voted in until after the summer at the earliest, because now it's coming into the holiday season for the Spain. Everything seems to shut down now until September at the earliest. Anyway, from what I could hear, so I put on there, we talked about this the other Sunday, which I did, but that was 2 weeks ago. And there's a good information channel from here, and it's the guy that's got a YouTube channel in Spain. It's called Spain Revealed. Great channel. It's a bit of a mixture because he's Australian. He's married a Spanish lady, but obviously they both speak very good Spanish. And he also, I think he used to work for Channel 4 years ago as a cook or something. But now he's in Spain. I think he runs a sort of a travel agency here in Spain. But they live in Madrid. And he did a video which sort of really went into that. And I thought that was really good information. James also said he knew that the tax and how it's calculated. End of the day, from what I read there, I'm not going to read it all out again. From what I could read, it's most possible that's going to happen. But the way it's reading is, if you're a non-resident, and I'm talking about the guys that's going to be on the non-lucrative, if you buy a brand new house, you ain't got to pay that 100% tax. But if you buy a second home, then because you're a non-resident, then it's possible you're going to pay that 100% tax. Now, the way I was reading it at first, it was to stop these private these private buyers from other countries like Russia and that, where they buy the whole apartment and then they rent it out for a ridiculous. I thought it was to try and stop that, but it does state quite clearly it is for non-resident. Now, obviously, when you become when you apply for the non-residency, you, in a sense, you become a resident. But it's still not a lot. There's still not enough information there. But it is aimed at non-residents buying property here in Spain, and it's second homes, not brand new homes. And that's at the moment, but it could still be thrown out because it's still got to be accepted by all the parties. And obviously, Catalonia, further up north of Spain, they're always not in agreement with the government anyway. Will it get passed? I don't know. I mean, as always, there is a problem with housing here. What I've noticed with housing here, when they're building new developments, they're not making any low cost housing for local people. It's all for us lot, and that's not right. It's all about huge profits, making small properties, big price. And what about the actual locals that live here? They're not getting a chance, and I understand that's going to be a problem. But yeah, that's the draft that they put in, and it'd be interesting to hear what you lot got to say. So I've just done Yogi's question. I've got another question from Yogi in a minute, and I'll just have a quick flick through. I've got a load of questions coming through. Then I've got 36 now, so that's got to, and I can't see because I'm using this software, this UPSTICKS thing, where it is. I can't see anything about likes on there. Right, Des, did you hear about the French coming to Dover, collecting the inflatables and taking them back for more immigrants? No, I never heard that one. Is that that's a new one. Probably get like a return on it, don't they? Colgate too. Chris. Now I've heard about that toothpaste. I don't know if it's Colgate, but I heard about you can put toothpaste on a mozzie bite, and it seems to stop the itchiness. Right, cricket's cancelled our Ladybug convention. Says news headlines there. See, Rob. Right, sitting outside watching, still 26 in South Sea. Even in the UK, you got great temperatures. Now, just have a quick look on my old phone here to see what the temperatures are here at the moment. Apparently, we're a little bit higher than you. It's John. You said, oh, sorry. No, we're the same. We're 26. I'll tell you what, it's hot in here. I've got the old fan going, but it is hot. So 26, hey, that's not bad, is it? Going to rain Tuesday. And see, you need it. I bet even in the UK, there are parts of the UK that's probably got a hose pipe ban on, haven't they? Here we ain't got that yet. I don't know about down south of Spain, but here in this part of Spain, we're all right still with the water and that. He's from New Zealand, but you're right, it's an excellent channel. Oh, sorry, Jed. Well done. I thought it was Australian. Obviously, can't say that, can I? Australia and New Zealand are completely two different countries. But yeah, it's an excellent channel. I always enjoy watching this stuff. Right, Ria said, "What's the availability on Kit Kats like in Spain, Sean? Mid Wales, we used. Yep, I can tell you what. Allen's across the road. Kit Kats are still here. I have no problems if I'm running out of Kit Kats. I can pop in at Al's on A. He's got loads of them. I can pop over to Consume. They got loads. I've got the store in the port. I keep forgetting. I call it Tesco's, but it's not. They don't even sell Tesco stuff anymore now. It's Co-op and Rainwright. Whites. I can't think of that other supermarket. Anyway, they everywhere. I ain't got to worry about Kit Kats. If I didn't run out of Kit Kats, I know I can go to any shop, even in the garage. I can get a Kit Kat. So no problems with Kit Kats, thankfully for me. Right. So Thomas has 100% tax is crazy, as it will stop all people outside EU buying. Well, that's one of the. I think that's one of the stumbling blocks that the government has come up against, and a lot of them obviously realise that. So probably won't happen, but it's gone in. Like a lot of things have gone in through the. I mean, what I don't like about Spain is when you have some of these meetings. Sometimes they don't say nothing, and it's passed through. You don't even have like a local discussion about it. It's approved by royal decree, and that thing, I think that's wrong. That's what they call the sneaky beaky things of bringing in things. But yeah, I honestly think doing that in Spain would not go down too well. Even though they say there's a housing problem, from what I can see, driving around our area and along the coast, there's loads of building work going on, but it's all aimed at us. What I call. I mean, even though I live here, it's still aimed at what I class as a tourist trade, and I think that's wrong. But hey, nothing's going to change, is it? Yeah, as I say, 100% tax is for EU non-residents. Vote rejoin or get an Irish passport. Yes, that's very true. That does seem to be the big thing here now about getting Irish passports. Now, even I did hear a rumour that they're trying to stop the Irish passports, but will they? I don't think so. So Susan has told me I've only got 25 likes. Come on, there's 37 of you. All we've got to do is press the button. It'll be tight. Right, Jed. The French have taken the boats back as an absolute. Yeah, I know. It's a laugh, isn't it? I thought obviously coming out of Brexit was going to make that a lesser a problem, but it seems to make it worse a problem, isn't it? Yorkshire has a hosepipe ban. Really? Yorkshire? That's where they get loads of rain, don't they? It's all those green mountains, isn't it? They got a hosepipe ban. Yep, Yorkshire and parts of the south have a hosepipe ban. What amazes me here in Spain, because I think ever since I've been here, it's always been in a drought situation. But I can go down to the car wash. I think I put in €4. I know it's all recycled water, but there's no there's no sort of ban here. I'm not too sure about down the south, like Malaga and that. 'Cause I know last summer, they did start to put on a sort of you weren't allowed to top up your swimming pools or wash your car, those sort of. But here it would have been fine. Right, Jed saying Brexit gutter press. Yeah, Mercadona has also. Yes, well done, Mark. See, I know where to go to get these Kit Kats, and Mercadona. And they also do the chunky ones, even though they're not chunky now. They resized them all, wouldn't they? Look, Titchy Fingers size now. Oh, Susan said we got 33 now. Well done. So well done, people. I knew you could do it right. I just looked at the time. It's 25 to. It's time for that thing. I'll just get my old doodah out. It's Yogi's lucky hat, and in there. Let's get this right. I got the sticker. There's the sticker. Look at that. Massive. So somebody out of this hat's going to get a free sticker Sunday. And he forgot what I was doing then. Right, so it's 36 of you. Let's make sure. Yep. So in this hat, believe it or not, I don't want a fan to rip it all out. It's 36 of you. And I've got to change hands now because I've got to put on the drum roll. So somebody has got one. Munch around. I've got one. Got two and I've got one. Right. So here we go. I'm going to put it on there. Who is it? It won't be Yogi because he wasn't on this time. So we've got Barry's Onions. So, and I don't think I've seen Barry Onions tonight. So Barry Onions, it is, isn't it? Just to make sure. It is Barry's Onions. I love these names. Now, obviously, Barry Onions, if that's your real name, that's fantastic. But what I need your name, obviously, and I need your home address so I can send this on. But if you live on Camposol, that's fantastic. Or you live just not too far away, I'll deliver it for you. But yeah, I need your address and the way to contact me for your free sticker Sunday. Look at that. Yeah, I need your address and name. And if you contact me on my Instagram account, you can message me on that. It's obviously Expat Mazaron, or you can message me on Messenger. You can contact me on YouTube, but I've heard people say they're having a problem. It used to be called the About page, and that's what I class as the last page on YouTube. If you go on there, at the bottom, you can email me on that. But most people do it on Instagram. So Barry Onions, I love that name. Yeah, won today's free sticker Sunday. Well done, Barry. You're a top man. So I'll put those other ones there just in case. But it's been quite good this past month or so. People contact me even on the night. So since I've last babbled then, I had 21 comments come in. Right. So let's see where we got to. Right. Right. Yeah, I got to Mark about the Kit Kats at Mercadona. Right, Antonio's in now. Hello. We are Italian and Dutch couple. Hey, that's a multinational couple, isn't it? Italian and Dutch. We bought a house on Sector A. We wish will be a dream house. Nothing about the problems about the area will affect us. We will be there in November. Guys, don't worry. Completely. I live on A. You're all right. Well done. So, might see you in November then, guys. Very much for coming in and watching. Keep watching and you'll be up to date on the news on Camposol. Right, 33. That's it. We've got it. We've got it now. Susan's saying we've got 33. Des says we've got 33 likes. That's good. That was a while back now. Can my wife get a Dutch passport? Her ancestors arrived in Amsterdam in the 70s. Yeah, I don't think so, Rob. 1670s. Nah. I think I've got ancestors that come from. My wife did one of those DNA. You know, those tests that they do where you do a swab. And I think, where did I think they thought? See, she thought I was Spanish, to be honest, because of my Mediterranean look, but apparently not. It sounds like I was. I think it was Welsh. I think I might be wrong, even though that's not foreign, is it? It's the UK, isn't it? Welsh. I haven't got any Welsh accent. I thought also I was a bit Irish because I know my previous ancestors, my previous generation did come from Ireland, I must say. But yeah, I'm sure she said it was well. I'll let you know next time I'm on where I actually come from. But yeah, Rob, no, she ain't gonna get it. Not since 1670s. Good try. Good try. Right, no truth. Right, so Harold saying no truth in stopping Irish passports. Even our football uses the granny rule. Anyone born in the Irish parent is legally entitled to a passport. That's what I say. Now, thankfully, I mean, Jan's from Manchester, which is the northern end of me, but her mum come from Ireland, and obviously, we come here before the Brexit, so we didn't have that problem. So we could have applied for an Irish passport that way. A lot of people do it, and why not? Why not? Right. Yep. Well done. Everybody's congratulating Barry that I haven't seen on here tonight. Congratulate the onions. Right. Well done, Barry. Well done, Barry. Congrats. That's my husband. Is it? So is his name is he called Barry Errington then really, Julie? Oh, he's in. So he's there. Well done, Barry. Top man. I knew he was on there really. I didn't notice your name. Right. Johnny Onion. Okay. Kev. Antonio, congratulations on your purchase. Hope you will be very happy. That's very nice of you, Kev. Very polite of you. Right. So yeah. So Barry, I hope to see you on Instagram later on, so you can give me your name and address, and I'll. So obviously you're not here in Spain then. Thanks. Right, we're happy. New life. Happy to know the Costa Calida vibes. Yes, I'll tell you what. A lovely part of Spain, I must say. The southeast of Spain, the Murcia region, very nice. So anyway, I'm caught up to date. It's coming up to 1:45. Can't believe that already. So I've got another question. Got 28, dropping down a bit now. So another question from Yogi that's not even here tonight. Yogi, what's wrong with you? I know he's going to watch us later anyway. So his other question was, which I thought is a good question. What is the difference between a TIE card and the the NLV? Now, obviously, I got this off the internet because I'm not going to go for all the abbreviations of it, and he got the abbreviations of the TIE and the non-lucrative. I know the non-lucrative pretty easy, right? I'll just oh god, related documents for foreigners residing in Spain. Right, so the non-lucrative is a visa that allows a non-EU citizen to enter and reside in Spain for a year, providing they have sufficient financial means to support themselves without working. Whereas the TIE is a physical resident card that foreign nationalists, including those on the non-lucrative, must obtain after arriving in Spain to formalise their legal residency status, so you can start paying the tax. In essence, the non-lucrative is an initial permission to. So I like where they word these things. Permission to enter and stay, while the TIE is a document that proves legal residency after arrival. Okay, so the TIE card, which I've got, I'm not going to show it to you. Yeah, it's your resident card, and to me, it's like your passport. You're supposed to carry it all the time if you get stopped by the police, even though your driving license has got your photograph of yourself on there. But your TIE card is most important. You've got to carry that on you all your time. Supposedly, if you get stopped by the police, you haven't got it on it, you get fined. I know last year a couple on the beach got fined for not having their passports, even though they're on holiday. They got fined 200. That was by the Guardian, €200 each. So I always carry my TIE card anyway because it's like my insurance card. If I'm buying anything, they want to have proof. It's me. He just show you that. But one of the things that the British Embassy has put across to all us people, residents in Spain, if you go to the UK now, and when you come back into Spain, if you haven't got your TIE card here, not those green cards, which was the old resident card, they said you might have a problem coming back in. So they're telling everybody now, and this is a bit pathetic, really, but I think they've been telling everybody since beginning of this year, is you've got to get yourself a TIE card. They've just said that there are going to be problems for you getting back into Spain, which is a bit of a laugh, really, isn't it? So you go on holiday, you go to visit your friends or your family in the UK, you come back in, and you got your old green resident card. Even though at the time when they brought out the TIE card, they did say you could use the old A4 piece of paper, that was good enough, and the old green card was good enough. But now they're saying you've got to have a TIE card on you. So just to let you know, and no doubt there's loads of YouTube videos out there telling you about you've got to get yourself a TIE card. So you can imagine all the police stations and the immigration places are probably all swarmed under with people leaving it to the last moment to sort it out. And no doubt we'll start hearing on the news people not allowed back into Spain. But at the moment, it seems fine. And even with this resident thing, nobody's been kicked out of Spain yet. So there you are. So where we get to? Right, so Kev is saying it is good here, slumming it. Oh, he's slumming it in Almeria at the moment with the kids, grandkids, and their friends. So, God, 8 of them, mate, Kev. I feel for you, mate. That's not a holiday, is it? Rob, there is no NLV fighter in Star Wars. Isn't there? Not a great fan of Star Wars, really. Everybody used to watch it. Well done, Barry, says Katie, sorry. Right, so we're all back up to date. We got left. We got 10 minutes left. Right, here's one from Peter. Now, Peter sent me this question today, and I did say to Peter, one thing I don't talk about is money. And the only reason I don't talk about money is I'm just an ordinary bloke, and you need somebody what I class as professional. Get it off a YouTuber or Facebook. You need to see somebody proper like. And all I could do was go on the internet, and trying to get information like that is a nightmare. And the other problem is with taxes and things like that. Each region of Spain, they're like little governments. They all do things differently, even though they should all be charging the same percentage. And all I could find, which ain't much out for you, anyway, let's read it out. What people were saying was, I understand you have to pay tax return in each year. So if you have a non-lucrative visa, what receipts should I be keeping for your accountant to be able to do our tax return? Right. So I told Peter, I said, well, the only thing, because each accountant will do things differently. It all depends on the tax office of the region, really, what they're asking. I think I'm useless at trying to retain information. I think it should is it your P60s or your P45s? They want to see those from, obviously we're talking about private pensions, if you've got those sort of things. They want information that's coming from your bank. Now, our accountant's quite happy for me to send in my UK statements that I get every year, and I only show them the parts of the money that's coming through for Spain, and I'm talking about my private pensions. I show me the yearly figures for that, and my accountant's quite happy with that. But I know other places will probably want more information, and that's why I didn't want to deal with this question really, because you do need to speak to somebody that deals with that stuff. Even Chris from UPSTICKS won't be able to tell you. He can tell you probably a better idea than me, but he won't be able to give you the full information. Unfortunately, you do need to speak to an accountant, and that is difficult here because obviously you don't want to get ripped off. But yeah, and I just got, do retired expats pay taxes in Spain? Well, obviously you do. You don't get away with paying nothing. And Spain's taxes, they say they're higher, but then don't forget this: the threshold in Spain is much lower than the UK. So obviously in the UK you wouldn't pay any taxes if you was retired there, but here in Spain you're going to be paying taxes. Now, as far as I know, because I am just got a what do you call it now? I've obviously got my government pension, state pension. That's the word, isn't it? Looking for. I got my state pension, but I got numerous private pensions, and it's the private pensions that takes me over the threshold. So that's why I have to pay taxes. But for a non-lucrative person, I don't know what that's about, because obviously you've got money put by for your non-lucrative visa. So that's why you need to speak to somebody official that can give you the correct information. Whereas I'm just giving you what I can read off the internet. And to be honest, some of the stuff you get off the internet is probably sometimes 2 or 3 years old. Because the next question you asked, if I can just fit it in, was Pete saying, if you bought a new car from a dealer in Spain, would this need to be part of your annual tax return? Now, I didn't think you could get a tax return on a car, be it new. Well, obviously, new is different. And what was interesting, when I searched on the internet for that, electric car come up. Now, I know, obviously, and it's like anywhere, isn't it? Electric cars, no, you don't have to pay no tax, no car tax. Whereas I know here in Spain, you pay car tax now for electric car. Well, as far as I know. But they were saying the only deductions that you could find for electrical vehicles was you could get a 15% knocked off your tax. But unfortunately, Pete, that was from June the 30th, 2023 till December 31st, 2024. So we're into 2025. See, that's what I hate about the internet. So, and like most things with the government, and incentives, buy an electric car is eco-friendly. It's going to cost you. It's going to be cheap to run. They're already whacking you on the tax already. So, as far as I know, unless somebody knows on here about would you get a tax return if you bought a brand new car, I would say no personally. But I don't know. I can't afford a new car. I've got a lease car, and I definitely don't get any tax relief on that. I should do for a pensioner. Come on, but I don't. Anyway, I see what the comments have got. That's the main thing. So we got a few more minutes left, which is good. So we've got here now. We got okay. So Rob is saying, when I was in Trondheim, they told me I didn't have to carry my passport with me all the time. Well, they were lying, Rob. It states quite clearly when you come to Spain, you're supposed to carry your passport on you all the time. Because especially when you tell the policeman. But yeah, I'd imagine, obviously, there are some regions in Spain that probably say you don't have to carry your passport. I never used to carry a passport on me. God, I mean, I've known people to lose their passports because of doing that. Well, non-lucrative can be quick process, as quick as 13 days, says Thomas. Now, yeah, I've heard that. Right. Kev, Thomas, we did ours 2nd of February ago in London, and 3 visas were back in 10 days. seems a good time of the year. Other locations seem to be struggling. It does seem to be the case. When I listen to Chris from, got it there. Chris from UPSTICKS, he does say some of the consulates in the UK are slower than others, and some can be a bit of a pain, apparently, or a bit of a stickler for stuff, where others are quite on top of it all and get on with it. I went for a wee. Oh, well, that's nice to know, Kev. You went for a wee. Expect a letter from the taxman tomorrow for doing that. Well, they do. I just had a message then. Is this from? Is this from? It is Barry. Got your message. Right. Yes, you can, Barry. If you're still watching me, you can send your message on that. Yeah, top man, you're on it. That's good. I always left my passport in the hotel safe. Yeah, I think most people. I mean, I think what we did when we first got here, we took a photocopy and kept that in the car. I'd rather lose my photocopy than my original passport, because I can't imagine how pain in the bump that would be to try and get that replaced. You have to go into the police station, you have to contact the consulate. What a palaver. I know. Right, Illabrella are offering cheap solar panel installation. All right. I didn't know. I mean, obviously, I'm with Illabrella, and I haven't seen. I'm on that smart meter thing, but I ain't seen nothing about. You obviously put that in Spanish for me, Yabbis, haven't you? Testing out my Spanish on me, aren't you? Okay, I'll check that later on then. I mean, obviously, having solar would be fantastic. Spain, we've got so much sun here. Why? I don't understand why the Spanish don't let people have grants or something to get these solar panels put up. But no, we tax only in Scotland. Oh yeah, see, tax anything, don't they? At the end of the day, spending a penny, Rob. So that's not bad, is it? It's taking me right up to. I can see it right above me head. It's taking me up to 11 o'clock. I ain't had my pudding yet, so I'll be looking forward to that in a mo. I'll put the Illabrella link in the comments. Top man, yeah, but that's great. Cheers, mate. I mean, anything to save a penny. I mean, I was looking at the stuff that you sent me the other week about do it yourself. I got room for panels, that's for sure. And anything to keep the cost down, because we got visitors next week, and no doubt we're going to have the aircon on all the time with the doors open. So I'm going to say, I think I've finished it all now, guys. I've got 27 in the house. That's fantastic. My friends waiting for the solar panels 3 years on. That's not a very good service, is it, Rob? Can you get pay as you go electric in Spain? Can you get pay? I don't know, Billy. That's a good question. That can you get pay as you go? I suppose you can. Just saying that before disappear. I know when you rent places, you can get these what I class as credit cards. So they're like electric cards that you pay, put into the meter. So yeah, I suppose you can. But I'm but see, that's what I love, Thomas. Yeah, we have family over soon. The bill will go through especially this time of year, isn't it? Worst time of year for electric bills. Anyway, I'm going to say adios, amigos. Very much for popping in. And another great night. That's the main thing. Keep safe and adios.